All right, yo, it's your boy Yoshi Kid Neo, and we are back in the world of Boridil, the Ruination of Boridil. And today should be, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be mostly doing information gathering type stuff. So, because it's a new town, usually new towns combat doesn't pop off, but this new town is all about commerce. Which means those that have great coin typically have great power and possibilities to be robbed. So that might play out today. We're currently short. Kevin, he's out of town, so he won't be here this session. And Jeffrey is running late and may not show up at all. Who knows? So we just got 3 folks today. Should be good though, either way. So hopefully you enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into it.
No. Because they get into some wacky shit.
Tried watching Critical Role a couple times. I just never could get into it.
Yeah.
The role play is good, but when it comes to the combat, no one wants to watch combat.
No, but this is different. It's like an actual show. So
yeah,
they like animated it, and all of them, like all the original people in Critical Role are voicing their characters. So
I'll watch it. It looks pretty interesting for sure.
it's freaking hilarious. I love it so much.
Yeah, it'll be pretty dope. Okie dokie. So, last time we left our heroes, if you could call them that, you guys were on an airship headed back to Gamdaral, the dwarven encampment on Dinosaur Island, where you had, in good faith, realized that there was a lot of coin to be made off of the corpses of those that died to a creature that was locked away until Natasha talked you guys into unleashing it, but mainly because she didn't tell you what exactly you were doing, and we wanted to save Jim's family. Anyway, now that this beast is out and about wrecking all these encampments, this is a prime opportunity to fill your pockets and be able to buy some badass shit, maybe, if you get enough of it. Unfortunately, though, you get there and everything's on fire. Jimothy asks the question, did the ancient Leshen use fire? And there poses when Joe realizes what's going on. Something that can breathe fire is here. That could be many things on this island, but least of which it was actually a big fucking dragon. And what a wonderful dragon it was. Anyway, before you guys found out it was a dragon, you realized that the town was being ransacked by a bunch of kobolds. Tiny little lizard dudes and dudettes that were definitely terrified of you guys. But once they realized you knew one of their own, they had offered to bring you forward to their goddess, Nimra, which the name rang a bell. You guys knew of the name of Nimra, but you didn't know that Nimra was an actual fucking dragon that was living beneath Gamdaral all this time. So, as you ventured forth into the old guild hall of the Hunters Association, there amassed in front of you a large, gargantuan pile of treasure. And eventually someone had brought up, let's just grab a handful, I'll teleport us out of here, and we can be on our merry way. Which then prompted the rise of Nimra from the pile of treasure. She began to talk to you guys about how she's glad she has some more capable servants at her beck and call, and gave you guys your first task of going to the south to rid the island of a gold dragon that had been causing her trouble throughout her times living on this island. But unfortunately, someone had brought up that Lilith Hart was also with you guys, and Lilith Hart had apparently had Nimra draw a card that caused her to lose her entire treasure hoard. So she's making up for lost time. So your quest has now changed to slaying Lilith Hart in front of Nimra so that you can show your loyalty. And it wasn't too hard to find her because Lilith found you guys and told a really funny joke that no one laughed at because I guess it almost got you all burnt. But regardless, after taking a fire breath from the ancient dragon, you guys teleported out of there. Pockets no heavier than they were when you had landed in Gamdaral. Actually, no, I think you guys made it out with 50 silver. But anyway, boom. Now you are in the desert. Which is where I think almost all of you need to be right now, technically, from what you learned from Lilith. You landed in this oasis, and it was at this point that Tolktir brought up the tiny hut so that you guys could take a load off and rest. But something was going on with Lightbringer. He was having nightmares or something of the sort, which ended up waking him up. He left the bubble to go get some fresh air, and there he was met by some demon-looking creature because he hasn't finished the artwork that I asked him to do. So we're using Darth Maul instead. But anyway, this creature approached Lightbringer and essentially told him that he's become the target of one of the archdevils and that he's come to collect Lightbringer. But he likes to play with his food and wants to test Lightbringer's strength and see him grow before he takes him in to wherever this Hell's Collector has his establishment. Lightbringer, during his battle, enough commotion was going on to wake all of you up and watch as Lightbringer was stricken down in front of you guys without really doing too much to the onlooker, in which he said that Lightbringer's performance was pathetic and that he hopes that you guys take good care of him, getting him stronger, because he will come back and he will bring friends. And then he left. You guys brought Lightbringer back from unconsciousness, in which he was being tormented by voices that no one else could hear. And yeah, Lightbringer just laid in the sand for the night. The next morning, as you guys rose and started heading towards Krego, Lightbringer dragged behind. Actually, to the point where when you guys were starting to reach the city, he kind of stopped and said he'd catch up, leaving you four to go on. On your way into the city, you ended up meeting a beggar. I believe his name was Glef.
Glef.
Yeah, Glef.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is, Glef. So Glef ended up catching your eye mainly because he was begging for coin to feed his family. After you guys had given him a couple silver, he gave you information of where you could go, and then made a really big deal out of Tolktir asking what his name was and stuff like that. But Three-Toe Jim ended up giving him a platinum piece in front of the inn to essentially help out as best he could, in which all of you noticed as you were about to walk towards the inn that a lot of folks were now paying attention to you guys. And that's where we begin our session, is Glef is hurriedly off in a different direction, attempting to go purchase his family back from the trade, from the slave trade rather. And you guys are outside of a inn known as the Pinned Cushion. Or no.
Unwritten Cushion.
Yeah, the Unwritten Cushion Inn. I don't know where I got Pinned Cushion from.
I don't know, but it's a good name though.
Pincushion's the next one.
You know what? I might actually retcon. The Pinned Cushion sounds dope.
Okay,
I like
we're
that
staying
better.
at
Yep.
the Pinned Cushion.
Pinned Cushion.
Yep, the Pinned Cushion. So, let me darken Lightbringer
That's a
here.
pretty good name for an inn.
Yep. Emphasis on the inn.
Mm-hmm. cushion.
In.
The pinned cushion. Yep. All right. It's that. There it is. The pinned cushion. All right. So this. At this point, you guys are outside of the inn, and there are a lot of onlookers. A couple of folks stumble out of the front entrance to the pinned cushion, obnoxiously drunk. And walking forward, and as they get right in front of you all, they are giggling with each other and stuff like that, and then they look at you, and from what you can observe with these gentlemen is that they are dressed in light clothing, but they seem to have jewels on every ring. They've got an absurd amount of jewelry around their neck and in their headbands and stuff like that, and they kind of just stare at you blankly. Peasants have no place here. Move along before I call the the guards. They're breathing my air. I can smell the wretched stench coming from them. It's gonna take lots of perfumes to rid my nose of this foul stench. Please be gone, be gone, be gone. And one of them gets into their pockets and pulls out a copper piece. Here for your troubles. Go, go.
Do I feel compelled to make that sound?
Are you drunk?
Oh, they're hiccups.
Yeah. What did you think they were?
I kind of hoped they were hiccups, but I was like, is there something, some creature that makes you gasp, or I don't know. I didn't know.
Anyway, they end up forgetting what they had even requested from you, and they start stumbling, and once they finally stand up straight, they're like 3 feet away from you. Very good. Peasants should know their place. They should know their place. And they start walking forward as if after they move around you.
I'm raising my hand for a question.
Go for it.
Can I mage hand an invisible thing for them to trip on their way out?
I mean, you can use your mage hand to grasp their ankles and make them trip.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. So as they're stumbling forward, you guys watch as Trina sort of holds out her hand, and you can see her make a gripping motion in which one of the gentlemen, and then he falls. Oh, my nose. Oh, I spent 50 platinum on this one. We'll be able to get more, especially after the trade is over today. Don't worry, and we'll make it prettier than that one. I don't like that nose anyway. Oh!
I point and call them nerds.
They ignore you as if they didn't hear you.
I get closer. I said, nerds.
And they kind of, this peasant thinks that he's able to talk to us. Where are the guards? Guards! Guards!
We are the guards.
And they look at you and they, what is your number?
69.
60. Do we have 60 guards on our roster?
I give him the Terry pec flex.
They are too busy trying to figure out how many guards that they've hired. Hello, Jeffrey.
Oh.
A sleepy boy.
Yeah, I couldn't even sleep last night.
Yeah, I feel that. Really, all that's happened so far is you guys are encountering two drunk, wealthy nobles as they come out of the inn that you're headed to.
And I tripped them and I went inside the inn.
Oh,
And now
I stood over
Jimothy,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jimothy called them nerds, and they don't understand.
Can I help one up and try to pick his pockets?
Sure. So the one that's
Oh,
got his nose
God.
broken, as you come towards him,
Are you
Help!
okay?
help me up, peasant. Peasant.
Okay, I'll help you. What is it?
If you, it'll be a sleight of hand,
Oh, come on,
and
babushka.
because of how drunk they are, it is at advantage.
Yeah.
Let's go, Babs.
Oh?
21. Okay.
Noise.
Oh, whoops. Oh no, I accidentally clicked. Anyway, it was a 21. I saw it. I accidentally pressed
And it's cracked.
delete.
She's
Yeah, I was
rolling for
saying.
initiative.
why is she here?
What?
Oh, that's all. I was showing somebody Foundry and how it worked.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just picked Innis Craft because she's my favorite. Anyway, Babushka, you reach in to the pocket and you end up grabbing what feels like a sack of coin. And as you hurriedly retrieve it and put it into your own pocket, you help the man up and very good, very good. Pay this peasant. Pay this peasant. And the other gentleman looks at him. You pay the peasant. They
No
helped
need
you.
To pay. It's okay.
And then they look
And then
at
I
each
go
other.
inside.
I guess I saved myself another copper. You know what they say? A copper saved is a copper earned.
Those are hiccups, by the way, Jeff.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
Joe
wasn't
thought
sure.
they were something else.
I just didn't
Some
know.
hicks.
So at this point, Babushka, as you guys and friends, you guys walk into the inn, and you're greeted by a decent haze of smoke that seems to fill the chamber. As you walk in, the low lighting gives off a mood of relaxation and ecstasy. You look around and there's not really much in terms of like tables and chairs, but there are plenty of cushions, large pillows, and things of that nature. And you see large groups in various parts of this sort of like spherical inn, gathered around pipes that are lit, and they seem to be smoking something together while enjoying fine wine and cheeses and such. And as you walk in, you're greeted by a older gentleman. He comes forward. Ah, yes! Welcome to the pinned cushion. What is your pleasure today? Would it be drink? Or perhaps food? Smoke? Or flesh?
Can we just say yes?
We were hoping to secure some food and rooms for
For Madam Clement.
the foreseeable future.
I hook up. I want some smokes as well.
All three, yes. Actually, no. Just the smoke and beer.
Very well. He turns around and looks. Ah, I will assist you over there. I will bring you fine food. You said you want a beer and wine, as well as smokes?
Yes, please.
And we will talk about the information when I come back. And he smiles a wide, toothy grin, and he's got a large gold tooth that you can see.
Classic.
Classic indeed. And he walks away towards the back of the inn. And you guys see the cushions that you are essentially gestured to sit at. And they seem very, very lavish and comfortable. Once you get there and start to touch them and have a seat, they're made out of very fine silk.
Oh. I rub it against my face.
And it is smooth as a baby's bottom.
Ah. Very nice.
Is the guy still here, Brandy?
No, he went to the back to go and fetch
Okay.
Your requests.
I looked at everybody. This place, and I kind of whispered everybody, bring everybody in, and I do a stealth check, Brady.
Sure, for your whispering.
Yeah.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Oh wait, I should. I'm all looking at the roll. I closed it. I didn't look at the roll, but I'm trying to say, everyone, just be careful with what you say here. You know, you don't know who's in earshot, and don't necessarily trust the
Speak up, son. I can't hear you.
bartender and whatnot.
There's no reason not to trust him. And as you guys look around to see where that voice came from, one of the cushions starts to move. And underneath it is a tabaxi.
Babs wants it.
Ah, my friends, you are all new here, are you not? Welcome to Krego, the Triade City.
Huh?
Well, there.
Hello.
Pleasure.
Might I ask, where have you all come? Tabaxi would like to know.
We're here to find someone.
Yeah.
Ah, a lot of folk do come here in search of folk that they've lost or perhaps were kidnapped. Ah, alas, these folks you're looking for, they've probably already been sold by now.
Oh.
But Tabaxi can help you. Tabaxi
We're
knows Krego like the back of his paw.
We're told she lives here. Her name is Madame Clementine.
And you see his eyes kind of dart around real quick to see if anyone noticed what you said, but people are too off in their own world, enjoying their various consumptions to really pay attention to what you guys are talking about. Ah! And he puts a single finger towards your lips. We do not speak her name out loud, not in these parts.
And why is that?
Well, she's got eyes and ears everywhere, and folks that she's not aware of speaking her name tend to draw her interest in nefarious ways. But Tabaxi can show you. Tabaxi can tell you all you want to know, and more. For a price, of course. You see, Krego is the city of trade, the city of commerce. And everything here has a price, even if it has no price tag. He sits down. What all did you order? Perhaps Tabaxi takes in a little bit as a upfront reward for helping these strangers.
I just believe some smoke and drink.
Smoke and drink. A favorite amongst the crowd. But the cheese is what Tabaxi craves.
Cheese?
They have for cheese here?
Oh, the finest of cheese. I don't honestly know where they get it, but
I was going to say it's a desert.
maybe it's camel or goat. But it is delicious. And the innkeeper comes back, and as he's setting up your hookah, essentially, and getting cups out and stuff, he notices, ugh! And Tabaxi goes, I've been invited this time. Don't worry, Nimbus. You can ask them, right, fellas? Yes? Tabaxi can join?
I look hesitantly at the rest of the group.
I assure you, Nimbus, Tabaxi was offered a seat. And he
Sure.
sits. See, I told you. Everything's fine. I'll have the finest cheese that you have. They are paying, of course. And Nimbus
Jesus
kind of
cheese.
glances
How
at
much
you
is
guys.
this cheese?
How much is cheese?
A wheel of cheese is 5 gold.
Oh,
Is this the cheese the Tabaxi is referring to?
And he looks at the Tabaxi and goes, "It's the cheese he always requests, yes?"
And is his information for the wheel of cheese worth it?
So you're doing that again, are you, Tabaxi? And Tabaxi goes, no, my friends wanted a tour guide. So I'm going to do that too, but I can't do it on an empty stomach. You understand, Nimbisk? This is my clientele now. And Nimbisk stares down the Tabaxi and eventually furrows his brow. Fine, I will go get you your cheese, but it is doubled in price. I'm short on stock. Hopefully that's no trouble.
is it trouble? Let me.
10 gold. These folks have plenty of coin. I can smell it.
And yet,
Nimbus.
is the information that you're providing worth the 10 gold?
If you wish to find her, I would certainly say so.
Wait, who said that? Nimbus or the Tabaxi?
The Tabaxi.
Nimbus? What do you think?
You choose whether you want to do business with me or with him. Like he has probably told you, the city of Krego, everything has a price, but it may not have a price tag. Information, though, you should be worried about the source, as he glances towards the Tabaxi. You tried to tarnish Tabaxi's reputation. This old man, he's full of parlor tricks. Tabaxi has lived in Krego far longer than he has. He came from the sea. He does not know these streets like Tabaxi.
I'm sorry, is your name Tabaxi?
And he nods. Yes, it is actually.
Is that part of Tabaxi culture? You don't have a name?
Not when you don't have parents, that is correct.
I see. Well,
Nimbus puts the stuff down. I'll go get the cheese. And he starts to walk away. You've angered Nimbisk, but that is okay, because Tabaxi's information is far worth the price of the cheese, and some.
okay. Well, we seek a few things. Is this area a good area to talk to you about it?
I guess it depends. Not about her, madam, but other things about the city, perhaps.
Yes, trying to find a specific individual.
And who is it that you are looking for?
One of those individuals that may hang around the Blood Sand Plateau.
The Blood Sand Plateau. It's a lovely location. Unless, of course, you go there hoping to keep your life. Lots
I
of
intend to keep
raiders, lots of dangerous creatures roam the Blood Sands, but the deeper you get within the plateau, the rubier red the sand gets, and it is said, the legends, of course, say that the Blood Sand Plateau, in the center of it all, is made of actual rubies.
See.
Miles of rubies, just plump for the pickings.
You don't say.
But I do. That's how the story goes. But of course, anyone who's ever seen it has never lived to tell the tale. So no one
Yeah,
truly
Stories
knows.
Come from, I wonder.
That's a good question.
Would
But you're looking for someone, you said.
someone or something? I guess the someone isn't exactly relevant, but I don't really need them. I just need something to undo what they did. Would there happen to be some sort of genie? Maybe the genie is the name I'm looking for.
Perhaps
So-
it is, and yes, there are plenty of genie, but why would you go to the Blood Sands for that genie?
Do you know any others that are doing the same wishes?
He shrugs, and I've never met genie before. I've heard they're hard to come by. Some of them are put in enchanted lamps buried deep within sand. Others roam and pillage onlookers. And some of them just like to play a little game with each other, known as prop hunt. Perhaps you've heard?
Oh boy. I can only imagine.
Are we playing D&D prop hunt?
No.
That sounds like a mimic nightmare.
No. What are you talking about? Shifts
Maybe.
notes around.
That's a good fucking idea.
I have heard of a new genie, though, that has come back from their eternal slumber.
Where would this other one be located?
I don't know exactly. I believe it likes to hang out around the mountain that is in the middle of the desert.
So same location, roughly.
The Blood Sand Plateaus are far enough away, I would say no. But this one was thought to be just an ancient legend. This one is the reason why the Orcish tribes have gone near extinct.
Hmm?
This genie's name is Haston. Or Hasteth.
Yes. And the other one,
The one that lives in the Blood Sand Plateaus. Isharam.
yes, that is the name I'm familiar with.
Ah, so you do seek out the genie of death.
Death? He has a reputation of that?
It is the
I
Blood
do
Sand
the Stewie
Plateaus.
Look at you again.
I shrug. I don't know off me.
They do say that if you wish death upon your greatest enemies, Isharam is the one to go and wish to.
I then perk up.
Lovely.
And, well, these... I'm assuming it's like a monkey's paw, one of those you wish for something and it doesn't exactly go the way you intended, correct?
The
Like all
monkey's
genies.
paw. I've not heard of that analogy, but as you describe, sometimes. Some genies, especially those that are more nefarious, yes, you have to be very detailed. But if you spend too much time on your detail, they will choose your wish for you. Something in the fine prints they're able to exploit. Much like the inner workings of this entire city.
Well, that's about all I had, other than... what was that mountain called that the Hastith is at?
He kind of shrugs. I've never been there. I just call it the Sandy Peaks.
See.
Not many folks talk about it. It's not really a tourist destination.
Well, regardless, what creatures live in the center of the Blood Sand Plateau that we should be concerned about?
There's all manner of things there. Monstrosities, living creatures, dead creatures, mythic creatures.
All of the above that could end up killing us.
Oh yeah, that's why it's called the Blood Sand Plateau.
I see. So it's giant scorpions.
You know, they say the legend of the rubies is actually each ruby is the soul of someone that was so greedy that they were trapped there for eternity, and that the blood sand on the outskirts of the plateau is the amount of blood that has been shed all throughout its creation.
Is this gonna be another dragon story?
He shrugs. Dragons are only a legend.
Yeah. Well, so
The
you
There's
Baxi's
a blue
never
one.
seen a dragon.
I've heard there's
They're
a
all
blue
just
one
big
living in the
lizards.
area.
A blue dragon, you say, living in the desert? Nah, there's no
No,
way.
man.
No one's ever
No.
seen one.
Oh well, maybe you haven't, but dragons are indeed real. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that now.
If they are real, then why have they not attacked Krego? There's a lot of gold and gems to be had here. Enough, they say, for 3 dragons' hordes worth. And he holds up 3 fingers.
Who protects the city?
Whoever has coin.
My guess is because they're lazy.
That too. They want to put
Perhaps-
themselves at risk.
I do hope that you're correct, and that the dragons never finally understand, but what a gem Krego could be in their horde. But that's assuming they are real.
Yeah,
At this
depends on their
point, the
personality.
big ass wheel of cheese comes through, and it's pretty much the size of one of those wheels of cheese that you see in like Europe and shit.
Or
and-
Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly. And as Nimbus puts it onto a large platter, he takes out a machete and he slices it right down the middle. And as he pries it open, the stench of, sort of like a blue cheese kind of smell wafts in the air. And a lot of the patrons all start to look that way. Ah, yes, everyone's jealous. They wish they could have their hands on this wheel of cheese. But Nimbus, this is your last wheel, is it not? As you said, you are in short supply. And Nimbus just scowls towards Tabaxi. And he brings out a lot of smaller forks and knives and places them on the table. And then he begins to light your hookah.
Cool.
Thank you. I put my pipe away. Thank you.
I give him 11 gold. Thank you, Nimbus.
And
He
give
looks
him a
at the
slice.
11. You give him what?
A slice of the cheese.
Nimbus looks at the cheese and goes,
Alright.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh.
And
Yeah, why not?
Maybe
And he
worth-
takes it.
Yeah.
Tabaxi's like, nothing qualifies for a night on the shitter other than this cheese, I do say.
and Brady, did he say the price would be doubled for the cheese?
Yeah, it was originally 5 and now it's 10.
Okay.
Which Trina
I
just
already
paid 11.
Gave him 11.
Okay, I can remember it was 20. I'm like, did I misremember that?
And Nimbus then counts the gold, puts it in his pocket. You all said you wanted rooms as well?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
4? Or do you want 2 separate?
Uh,
10
10
Rooms or
gold
separate
a
beds?
night.
10 gold a night.
For a room, yes. Doesn't matter how many occupy. But each room has 2 beds. So unless
Babushka,
all
you
of
wanna
you
share
are
a room?
together,
Sure.
So we'll do 2 rooms.
2 rooms. I'll take the 20 gold now, and then you can pay for each additional night in the mornings. He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out 2 keys. He's exit the tavern, and the rooms you will see on the left-hand side. They are numbered. And I am giving you all first floor since you have bought my last wheel of cheese, as he looks at Tabaxi. And he holds the keys in front of you in an open palm.
I'll take one and give him 10 gold.
Okay. He looks towards Tolktir and Jim.
I look to Jim and say, well, how do you want to do this?
Do you want to share a room?
Sure.
All right.
And what about
Okay, I'll do it.
what about our friend? I'm assuming Light.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here.
Just not speaking.
Lightbringer is outside of the city. He
Oh yeah, he's still okay. I didn't know if he joined up with us or not. Yeah,
No.
Okay.
I don't have 10 gold, but I have a platinum.
Yeah. It should work.
I hand him the platinum.
and he looks at it and he puts it between his teeth and tries to bend it. Platinum. Not many folk carry platinum. He puts it in his pocket and he hands you the key. And then he shifts his eyes around the inn and looks, and then just casts you a glance. He gets in close. Be careful flashing coin like that. And walks away.
Half-naked, axe-wielding, super buff hobbit, just like, with only a coin purse. Just full to the brim, looks at him like, all right.
I look to Jim and say, do you want to swap some platinum and gold with me at some point in the room so you have some regular gold to dish out to people?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. I look to the tabaxi.
And he's stuffing his face. He's eaten probably like an eighth of this cheese wheel already. Come. You all have purchased the cheese. Tabaxi is merely helping you get rid of it. And he's sipping on some of the wine as well. Oh, this is the good bottle too. You guys do not live very dull lives, do you?
I want to try some of it.
Okay. And it
Yeah,
is
same.
it is some very fine fucking cheese.
Nice. Does it give
Uh,
us back an HP? No, just kidding.
no, this isn't Skyrim where you can eat 15 cheese wheels to heal up.
Be impervious to damage.
Yes, I have apple pie.
You say that, but then we take an hour nap and heal up dragon slashes across our backs, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry. I know that the realism is like non-existent, but it's also a world of magic.
Yes.
Mhm.
So magic cheese.
The only thing magic about this cheese is how magical it tastes.
It
And
is
Tabaxi
wonderful.
is he continues to eat, and at some point he finally and you watch as his belly has definitely like bloated a little bit, and he's like sort of rubbing it as he sips some of his wine. So you're all here looking for people. You're looking for dangerous creatures, and you're looking for even more dangerous things. Tabaxi like you.
Baxi,
Not-
have you met anyone named Mal?
Wow, is that all you've got for Tabaxi?
He would have been wearing all black like me.
Lots of people wear all black in Krego, especially at nighttime when a lot of the fun starts.
I'm not sure.
He shrugs and I'm sure perhaps maybe someone that Tabaxi know has heard of him. Where does he come from? Where did he live? What was he doing in Krego? These are questions that Tabaxi must know.
That I don't know. His name was Malachi. He would have had a bird like me.
Interesting. And he starts to
All I
stroke
know
his
is that-
chin.
He might have gone missing in this city.
Lots of people go missing in the city, only to be found as owned way off in the islands to the northeast. The Pirate Isles, perhaps he could be? If he went missing in Krego, someone snatched him. I guarantee it.
Do you have people you can ask around just to check?
4 coins short.
And yet we bought you a 10 gold wheel of cheese.
No, you bought the wheel of cheese. I just said it was Tabaxi's favorite. Not to mention, I have agreed to take you to Madam.
That's true. I'll ask her instead.
You will find that her prices are not as minimal as Tabaxi. But that is fine. She does have better information, which is why she charges a much, much higher rate. But one thing to understand. Tabaxi will take you close, but he will not go in.
I have another question. I'd like to train if you're done.
Why is that? Are you afraid of her?
Oh, if you're not afraid of the madam, then you are either really stupid, or you just don't understand what it is you're dealing with.
Tell us more about her then.
Well, before we can go to her, we definitely have to go and get her some flowers. They are her favorites. She refuses to see anyone unless they bring her a beautiful bouquet. But she's also strange. She's not like other folks you've ever met. Not only in appearances is she completely different, but in the way that she talks and the way she does things. It's alien.
Interesting.
But she is wise. She is very knowledgeable. And she also possesses magic Tabaxi has never seen.
Are magic users hunted down in this city?
No, magic users are typically more prosperous than those without. Most of the high nobility merchants actually practice magic. And some say, from what Tabaxi has heard on the streets, some of it is not very kind to others. Voodoo magic, things of
Voodoo?
that nature.
Interesting.
The Therian Empire. How many of those people around here?
The who?
Therian Empire?
Oh, Thurian. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Thurian Empire, they do trade, but they typically don't come all the way to Krego. They're too good for these stinking streets of sand. Their words, not mine. Tabaxi loves Krego. Not to mention, they don't really like trading with folks that are open to magic. As I'm sure you possibly understand, since you seem to be of the magic type, and you are asking specifics.
Oh, that is quite okay if they're not around. If they're not preferred around here.
But I have heard of folks seeking refuge in Krego, being sold out to a high bidder, and then vanishing overnight. Something has whispered in Tabaxi's ear. A group. Perhaps you've heard of the White Ghosts.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
They operate in Krego. That is a fact that Tabaxi know, but that the town does not wish to acknowledge.
Doctor, do you know who those are?
Who now?
The white ghosts?
Dot, dot, dot. I just look blankly. Nope.
They're magic hunters.
Wow.
heard of them.
Yes. Tabaxi has seen them in action before. Typically at nighttime when not many folks are out and about. I've seen spells being cast and essentially destroyed and dissipated with ease by these white ghosts. Some of them are lucky enough to have their lives still. Others have been slain on the spot. Whatever it is that the contract is worth, of course.
And where were they at again?
He shrugs. Tabaxi does not know. It happens all over the city. See, on the outside, Krego is very prosperous. But once you've lived here, you understand why it is prosperous. Those that are stronger, those that are smarter, typically come out on top from those that hoard their treasure piles for too long.
Okay. So outside the city, mage hunters, etc., etc.
Well, they're not the only ones that come on top. As I look left and right at my group.
I start smoking some of the hookah.
Where do they sell the slaves?
Typically at the ports, usually right after the trade, they are put to work immediately.
Oh.
There are very few slave owners in Krego. Usually the higher nobility understands that to own slaves in a location where slave trade is rampant, more than likely someone will steal your slave to make a quick profit, and there's no way to track her down. But I have heard of many of the nobility purchasing islands at the Pirate Isles and sending their slaves there to work.
Sorry, what isles again, you said?
The Pirate Isles.
Pirate Isles. Okay.
They're to the
And
northeast of here.
then look at that map again. We are...
Interesting.
Oh, map's not zooming.
So, are we getting a slave, Babushka?
No, my clan is slaves. I'm trying to
Oh.
find.
Ah, Tabaxi can help you. Do you know who is selling them?
Who is selling?
Yes, who is selling your clan? Do you have a clan name?
They are the Babadishvili.
They are the... Tabaxi kinda thinks to himself. They are your clan, of course! I don't believe I've heard of them. But Tabaxi knows someone that holds the manifest. And perhaps he would be willing to show us the manifest of the recent slave trades. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Tabaxi grins. He's like, you're starting to come around, I can see. Now you're starting to really understand Krego. It fills Tabaxi's heart with glee to understand that I have helped you with this momentous occasion. Tabaxi stands up and he claps his hands. Oh, everyone, our new friends. They understand the ways of Krego. And as such, they wish to buy everyone around. Ah! And he smiles at all of you.
I don't smile back.
Nimbisk looks towards Trina and Babushka to see if there's confirmation. And Tabaxi looks back. It could be the cheap wine. Super simple. Make everyone your friends. Everyone at this point is cheering and clapping for you guys.
I look
Okay.
at Trina. I don't think I think he's made too much of a scene. I don't think we can not do it now.
I don't want to pay for everyone's drinks.
How much
Neither
is
do
it?
I.
Nimbisk grabs a bunch of glasses, sets them on the bar up at the front, and then he grabs a couple bottles, uncorks them, and starts to pour down a line. Tosses
I
the
go
bottles
up
to the ground, grabs a couple more, and starts to pour. And everyone is starting to herd their way towards grabbing a glass, maybe two, some of them three. And Tabaxi's like, this is the perfect time for us to leave.
Okay.
As in, we don't pay.
Well, I mean, you got room, so you're gonna have to come back.
Okay. Well, regardless, I need to use the restroom first. Do they have those in this inn, Brady, or is it all outside?
Yeah, they've got a restroom.
Okay. Well, I get up and say, "Excuse me," and I go up to the bar and look at Nimbus and say, "How much is the rounds going to cost for everybody?"
Well, I went ahead and did the cheap wine for you, but all of this, 50 gold.
He never gave back the change for the platinum, right?
1 platinum equals 10 gold.
10 gold.
10
yeah.
gold? Oh.
Ugh. All right, and then will that just be added to our bill, or do you want us to pay now?
Pay now.
Okay. I go give him 5 platinum.
Okay, and he looks at it and he tries to keep it underneath the counter, but as the people are reaching over and grabbing their
fuck.
wine and stuff, some of them see it and they start to look you up and down, Tolktir.
Oh, shit.
I step in front of Tolktir and just like give a flex. Back off.
And as you do that, one of them sort of like he grabs his vest and holds it back a little bit, and you can see his scarred chest, but you can see a bunch of jeweled weaponry that he has. And he kind of looks back at you as in, what do you have next?
I'm gonna pop my scythe out of thin air.
Hold on 1 second. What all?
Latrina stands up and she summons her scythe. And at this point, Nimbisk puts the bottles down. No fighting in the inn. And the gentleman that had showed his chest, he steps back.
Flex.
Yeah, he steps back. Don't worry, Nimbisk. We will find them later. We know what rooms they're in. And
You
as he
find us
takes one of
later and you
his...
die.
Oh,
What she said.
it would seem that Trina also understands the way of Krego.
I'll take you to our room right now.
The man, he downs his glass of wine and puts it down, having Nimbus pour him another, and goes, "There's spirits to be had, friends. I can't leave with the bottle not empty. But we'll find you later, I guarantee it."
Can't wait to have your weapons. They look nice.
I do like that pretty jeweled dagger.
Okay, well, let me try. How many people around him, Brady? it just
Around
him?
the dude with the jewel dagger,
Yeah.
there's a whole crowd, so like maybe upwards of 20, 25 people.
Are they all busy drinking?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well-
they're obviously drinking the wine, but they're also kind of looking how this plays out.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to the restroom. In the meantime, so I'll catch up in like a minute or so, unless you guys want to wait for me.
We'll wait outside.
Okay.
As you walk away, can't wait to see you later, little man.
Likewise.
He's talking to
Ushka
Jimothy.
goes up,
Oh,
pinches
God.
his butt. Can't wait to see you.
Oh no.
I like walk up to him like I'm squaring up, but then I like basically I'm sure like walk straight into his crotch.
Oh, that type of party. I'm just joking. He doesn't say that, but he kind of gives a chuckle. As you are all walking out, you can all roll me a perception check.
Oh.
Carly, shush.
So as you're walking out, the rest of you are a little too unaware of what is happening, that you kind of just do your stunts and then you head straight for the door. But Jimothy is a lot more alert at this moment in time, and after he's done flexing and he starts to walk away, he notices that in the corner there is a woman that has got her hood up so he can't see her face, but she's got a goblet and she's sort of looking at the party as they walk out, observing every bit of your movement.
I give her like a, what?
And she just doesn't respond. She just stares.
What?
At this point,
What?
Tolktir, you're done with the bathroom. And I guess Jimothy's still standing there, like holding out his hands, like...
Be like, what?
Yeah. And the
So
woman
is-
just calmly sips her wine.
I
I
raise
go-
like an eyebrow, like, and finger towards her, like,
With finger. That's very important.
like, come here. Or no, I'll go over to her and I'll just like walk up to her.
Okay. And she doesn't look at you. Now she's fixated on Tolktir, even though you're right next to her.
I noticed you checking me out over there. Can I buy you a drink?
And she
Like,
holds
look
up her
at my
glass
hair.
without saying anything and takes a sip.
look back, look around. What's happening?
Oh, you're interested in him, and I motion towards Toktir to come over here.
I have no idea what's going on because I wasn't here for this. I don't think.
No, you were in the bathroom, so this is
Yeah.
perfect.
Hey, what's going on?
As he's coming up, I kind of whispered in his ears, "Just checking you out, bro. Time for you to hit that."
I look at what? I look over at the lady. What do I see, Ready?
You see a hooded woman who's about at your level right now because she's seated and you're a dwarf. But as you are looking her up and down, you make eye contact and you can see that her eyes, one of them is a solid red and the other is a solid blue color. And I'm talking the whole eyeball, not just the iris.
I walk over to her.
She sips her wine.
And I introduce myself in Dwarvish first.
You see at this point she's had her hands kind of cupped in front of her mouth as she sipped her wine. She takes one of her hands and puts a essentially like a part of a scarf or something up above her nose to where all you can see are her eyes.
I introduce myself in Elvish.
And she speaks back in Elvish. Nice to
Say
meet
it.
you, Tolktir.
Nice to meet you.
I am Sane.
Hello, Sane. I am sure you've seen the ruckus we've caused.
To be expected in Krego, especially at the pinned cushion, especially with Tabaxi as your ally.
And maybe unwilling is I think. people in this city, they tend, as you know, they tend to push their way into your business.
Well, that is what Krego is built on. Business. And if you don't
And-
take the business, you lose it. Tabaxi has played this game for a very long time.
In your opinion, would you have taken the Tabaxi's offer, or would you have stuck with the innkeeper?
Oh, of course I would take Tabaxi's offer. The innkeeper sits in the inn all day. He may know things that others don't from what he hears, but he's also drunk most of the time.
Well, what might I do the pleasure of meeting you, Sane, and you already knowing my name?
You said you greeted yourself. Do you not introduce yourself? You just say hello?
I thought I said hello, and she just said my name back. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I interpret it as you introducing yourself as, "Hi, I'm Tolktir."
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, I do that even though. Okay. Yeah, I do that first then. I thought you just knew my name.
No.
So, I asked my friend over there thinks you've taken. He's noticing you're looking in our general direction. Should there be a reason should I be concerned, or do you need business with us, or do you have business with us?
You motion towards Jim, and he's like doing like this dance.
And I'm like, I kind of.
She shakes her head. She's like, I always look at newcomers to see what they're worth. You might all be worth the time, but who knows? We'll see. You've already got quite a few folks looking your way. I would focus on them first. As of now, I have no business with you, and I do actually hope that it remains as such.
I see. One more question. How many people in this pincushion do you think speak Elvish?
A few of them for sure.
Okay. And the individual that flexed at us earlier, just now, should we be concerned with him?
Perhaps. He does usually try to throw his weight around, but he also works for one of the most powerful crime lords in the city.
So if we were to do so, if he were to approach us and we did push back and or cause him not to search for us anymore, that crime boss may come for us, is what you're saying?
Perhaps. It's not every day that he gets pushed around.
I see. But might makes right in the city?
Correct.
So it's more of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Correct.
Okay.
If you show force towards one of his lackeys, he might see that as a play on his territory. But if you roll over and let them do as they please, they might take more than you intended to give up.
I see.
It's all a coin toss.
Well.
But I wish you well, Toktir. I think
thank
your
you.
friends are ready for you.
And I turn around and look. I look towards the group, and then I look towards around the bar. The individual that talked to us, is he still sitting down, or?
No, he's got a glass of wine, and he's sort of leaned against the bar, and he's just looking off at you guys.
Okay. Well, I want to go walk to the group, and I say thank you, and I say goodbye to Sane. And I watch the group and say, well, we have a watcher. They're just if they see us, I don't know. We've drawn quite a crowd. They may or may not talk to us. Oh, they hope not to have to in the future. But that individual that was weighing us up, I think we're gonna have to deal with him eventually. Would you guys rather deal with him or let him come to us?
Let's fucking kill him.
Let's
Okay.
just
Well,
go. We'll deal with him later.
you and I
Remember, we can't make a scene in the bar or else.
Well, not the bar. I was gonna say like outside of town, because
Oh.
there might be a way to make him entice him to come with us, non-violently. Would you like me to try?
No, let's just go.
Okay.
What is your method?
Just a suggestive.
Are you gonna proposition him?
Make him follow us potentially, and then we deal with him there. Maybe
You gonna show a little leg talked here?
Leg is in what I can do, and I motion towards my book. If that's what you mean. Would you guys rather just deal with this now? Maybe at like the Oasis?
No, let's just go. Tabaxi has to show or have us go meet Clementine.
Okay.
The flowers.
Gesundheit.
Okay. Well,
You have to get the flowers first.
let's go then.
Yes,
Huh?
Tabaxi will show you to the best florist in all of Krego. Tabaxi starts to walk more towards the center of the city, but one thing you guys definitely notice is as you start to leave, a couple of folks come out of the inn and they look off in your direction and they start to follow, but they keep a really big distance.
I'm wearing robes, right, Brady? Wizard robes.
Yes.
I try
Nice.
and rip the biggest fart ever as we walk past them.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So you let off a fart. It's not that great. You might have a stain. But they're far enough away to by the time that the crop dust would have possibly hit them, it doesn't seem like they respond to it at all.
Okay.
But they definitely
This is
notice you
okay.
noticing them notice you.
That was
Okay.
a lot.
That's intense, but okay.
Looks like we have followers. Question. Do you want Tabaxi to take you in such a way that they lose track of us, or do you not mind? They
I
do
don't
not
care.
seem like they're well coordinated, perhaps not even well affiliated with the crime lords of the town. Small fry, as Tabaxi call them.
What are the rules about fighting in the street, Tabaxi?
As long as you don't get caught by the guards. And then he starts to point all around, and you see somewhat decently armored guards standing at their posts. That is why I said the nightlife is when things really start to get a lot of fun in Krego.
Okay. Is there a do the guard retire at night, or do you just go outside the city?
Like I told you once before, and for whatever reason, I guess you're not coming on as quickly as your friend Trina and Babushka. Everything has a price, but not everything has a
see.
price tag.
I see. Well, in that case, do we want to go directly there? I love to, Trina. Do you care if they know where we're going?
Don't care.
Okay.
More than likely, once they realize the location that you're having Tabaxi lead you, they will leave in a rather hasty way. But first,
What?
flowers.
Flowers.
Okay, so after a little bit of walking around, Tabaxi finally brings you to a shop. It's an open-aired market with a bunch of beautiful bouquets and potted plants and stuff like that. And you can see in a beautifully designed sign that says Iris Petals.
Ooh.
Welcome to Iris Petals.
It's a lovely shop.
Well, don't tell me, tell the owner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
And Tabaxi, I will wait over here for y'all to make your purchase. Remember, the more exorbitant the flowers, the more beautiful they are, the more Madam will like you.
Okay. I go in.
As you guys enter, there's other patrons. They're zooming around the different flowers, sniffing them. And there's a tiefling that is sort of just watching everybody as they come in. And as you guys make contact, or eye contact with her, she nods her head and approaches you. Hello all, the name's Azra. Anything I can help you with today?
You're looking for beautiful flowers.
Yes.
She's not currently making her sword do that, but, you know. She does have weapons attached to her hip, as you can see, but... And are these flowers for any particular occasion, or just 'cause?
Well, we need them on the nicer side.
Ah.
Possibly exotic or rare.
Is this for a romantic interest, or perhaps a business proposition?
Business partner.
Ah. And is there a color scheme that you're aiming for?
Hmm.
Mm.
You did say on the nicer side of things. About how much are you willing to spend? And she starts to point at K's, and as you look at them, they're pretty nice. She says, the bouquets...
Let me ask you this. What's the most anybody's spent on a bouquet?
Someone has bought out my entire shop before.
What was it? For what purpose? Like to impress somebody, or like a woman, or?
What purpose does anyone have with buying things in the city of Krego? A symbol of they can.
So, I guess I'll rephrase that. What's the most amount of money someone spent on a bouquet?
On a bouquet. I have sold some that are upwards of 25, 50 gold. I've sold other bouquets that I have been given gems to encrust in the petals, costing hundreds if not thousands of gold.
Oh.
But as you can obviously tell, those are folks that spend money because they have simply no other better way of spending their time.
Something with rare flowers in it.
Is this a first encounter with this business partner? Or is this an ongoing relationship?
First.
Ah. Then perhaps you don't need to be super spendy. Sometimes being too forward with your intentions in business can actually make the deal go sour. And she goes over to a pretty nice looking bouquet. Lots of reds and blues and some violets. And all different types of buddings and stuff like that. This one is a mere 2 gold pieces. But it sends the proper message of, I'm interested and I'm eager, but I'm careful.
Is there like one step up from that?
Sure, we can take as many steps as you wish. And she shows you another one that's very much like it, but the colors are a little more intense, but also more beautiful and lavish. This one is 5 gold.
This one.
Done.
Are there any of the colors that you wish switched out, or perhaps any of the buddings that you want to be different?
Can you add some yellow?
Interesting. Yellow. And she looks around and she grabs a couple of yellow flowers from some other bouquets and puts them in there in such an arrangement. And she goes, huh. I'll take off a gold for that, because this is simply beautiful. I didn't think I could make it any better. 4 gold then.
Jim looks up at the super goth girl that made a pretty bouquet prettier.
I'll pass her the 5 gold.
Trina, I didn't know that you could see colors.
But
Roasted.
Well, Jim, where I grew up, I had to know when things looked good.
Oh, so you know. But, oh, okay.
So she picks up the bouquet and puts it in the vase. And it's just this like a small vase, part of the price. And she fills it up with some water. And she hands it off to you and holds her hand out for the 4 gold.
I'll give her 5. Thank you for your help.
And she says, no, thank you. And I hope to do business with you again in the future. And she smiles
Yes.
as she pockets the gold.
Let me know if you need any more color combinations.
I'm going to go fill my water real quick and let the dogs out. I will be right back. So you guys can role play about the flowers or something.
Really?
birdies.
Beautiful.
These smell like shit.
Is anyone else worried about Lightbringer? Just hanging out in the desert by himself?
He's a
You
big
know-
boy, but
He is a big boy.
a little
First, he is a big boy. He's also got the devil on his side, so
He'll
Yeah.
be
I'm just worried about his mental state. What happened to you two in the forest, Jim? You look pretty
he-
freaked out.
he got attacked by his ghost daughter or something that he. Well, she was like unborn because she was murdered in her mommy's tummy. But then, like, she's alive in a ghost spirit now that attacked him, so. I don't know what his big deal is.
You don't? That's
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit
Yikes.
traumatizing.
I didn't realize that happened to him.
I think
Why
I
didn't he
saw
tell
this
us?
woman.
It's a lot to tell.
I mean, I guess, but I am worried about him.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have made a deal with the literal devil.
Sometimes when you're backed into a corner, you'll make a deal for a lot of things.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not the right decision.
Hindsight's a bitch, right, Jim?
Oh,
What are you
damn.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. Hindsight could be a bitch.
Roasted.
What are you
I think-
roasting? Like,
I'm
what
not
are you
roasting anyone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not roasting anyone.
Roast.
I'm just saying sometimes we all make decisions that we regret.
No,
Life lessons with
know.
Kirsten.
Yeah. Hashtag
So,
life lessons with Trina.
Speaking of, I can't wait to kill those people that are following us right now.
yeah,
I do have some aggression I need to get out.
I am more than willing to. I kind of want to get the
Look
big
at
guy.
bodies.
You
I-
can't
You
I-
just
want, you
call
want those
people.
gems, don't you?
I,
Little rascal.
Voltaire, you can't just call people to kill. That's not fair.
Why do you care?
Because what if I wanted his gems?
Oh,
Do you need them for anything particular?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Gems
definitely do
are
as well.
truly outrageous. They are truly outrageous.
Like, if you guys want me to do some more stuff, how I got us out of that last situation, I need those gems for that.
no.
Not that purpose, but something as equal to that.
Yeah, you know,
Fine, okay,
that's
that
a
was
good enough
impressive.
argument for me.
I will let you have that gem. Okay.
you
Yeah,
get
I
all the
need.
gems.
Yeah, I need gems of the ruby variety in the form of a lot of money at one given time. But
Well, apparently the whole plateau's made out of rubies. Let's go get those.
that could also just be a legend. But we'll see.
A legend D's nuts.
Oh boy. Regardless, I look around. We're still in the ladies' flower shop, right, Brady?
Yeah, probably. Or just walking out.
Yeah, I stepped outside.
So
Tabaxi approaches. Ah, what a beautiful bouquet for Madam.
You think she'll like it?
Oh, I know she will. And you got her favorite color.
got another question for you guys. I sort of need to go back to my dwarven people. It would take about 3 hours. I'm guessing. Can we set up a time where you are accepting me leaving you guys for those 3 hours? Maybe not today.
Not cause trouble while you're gone for 3 hours?
That's what I'm mainly asking you guys. And then I would need you guys to meet me back at the Oasis, but maybe not now, but in the future. Like, I need to agree with you. Need to do some clerical things at some point.
I don't
You're
know.
heading all the way to the dwarven folk in the north?
I have a way to contact them, but maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but just letting you guys know as a group, I want to do that, and I would go alone, and I would just need you guys to meet me. Kind of. They don't really allow other people where I'm from.
Is
Outsiders.
it safe for you to go alone?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes, I'll be safe. I'm just worried about you guys. And then
I bet
meeting...
I could get in.
No, you could not. You are
I
not a
don't know.
dwarf.
Down at my belt.
You are not a dwarf.
Causing trouble seems like a tall order for some of us.
Oh, not now. I mean, it could be when we're leaving here. It would just. I prefer to before we leave here, get that done.
Of course.
So just keep in mind.
You should get to see your people.
It's more to turn in my old contracts and then to update them on some things. So it would take about like 3 hours or so. I'm guessing, maybe 4. But just keep that in mind. We'll definitely go finish what we're doing here. But as for those people following us, do we want to take care of them now? Question mark? Question mark?
No.
Baxi
Let's
looks
wait.
back. It should be quite noticeable, depending on what it is you do to them. But trust Tabaxi on this one. Once we get out of town, they will not follow us any longer.
Oh, okay. One of those. Okay. Well, should we go and meet who we're giving these flowers to?
Yes. Let's.
Let Tabaxi show you the way. And he starts to go through the streets, heading back towards the alleyways of the buildings that separate the sort of outer city to the inner. And as he's going towards the west of town. And once you guys get to the sort of outskirts of the city, the sort of like ramshacked, like little huts and various like hovels and things like that these poor folk are living in. The people that are following you, you can see that they're kind of looking at each other, and then they're looking off in the distance. And Tabaxi looks back and goes, "Do you want to come see Madam?" And at this point, they both like stop and start to scoot and run away. See, Tabaxi knew all along that they were not going to be able to stomach this trip.
Do you know that other individual that challenged us?
I've seen him every now and then come to the cushioned Or the pin
Like-
cushioned. Pin cushion. God damn it.
Yeah.
But Tabaxi's not really worried about low-life scum.
Okay. Yeah, because you mentioned he worked for somebody, but just curious if you knew him personally.
Oh, he was open about his work?
And was it not him, the Tabaxi that told us, or was it? Oh, it was the other lady saying. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore what I said.
Okay, ignored. Anyway, so you guys start to walk outside of town, and there's different like little like small rock faces and things like that. And as you guys are exiting, the sun is obviously starting to get higher into the sky, and you're probably walked out maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles, when Tabaxi finally stops and he points forward. You see that cave over there right on the outskirts of the oasis?
Mm-hmm.
That is where you will find Madam.
She doesn't live in the city?
Oh, of
Okay.
course not. I don't think that many folk would agree with her living there.
Any other manner? Have you met her before?
I've met her once, and it did not go as Tabaxi had planned. But, you know, that story may be for another time, maybe for some more coin.
Where will you be once we go in?
I'm sure you can find your way back to the city on your own. And he looks back.
Okay.
I'll meet you back at the inn. I do have some errands that Tabaxi needs to run first, so if you meet back in, let's say, 2 hours, 3 hours? How about around lunchtime? Your treat. What up, Kevin?
That's
What up,
okay.
Justin? How y'all doing
We can do
today?
that again.
How about your treat?
Yeah.
But Tabaxi doesn't have any coin yet.
You do now.
You're paying Tabaxi?
No, with the gold of your heart.
Hearts do nothing in this town of Krego.
I bet you could sell one.
That actually, I retract my previous statement. I think Jimothy is starting to understand Krego. Now we just need Toktir to understand Krego, and I've done my job as a guide.
Well, I guess we'll catch you later then.
We'll see you again, Tabaxi.
Sounds like a plan. And he begins to walk away, leaving you guys in front of an oasis with a cave on the other side of it.
This was the same oasis we dropped into?
No, it's a completely different one. It's a lot
Oh, okay.
smaller.
Okay.
Nope, you are still alive doing who knows what.
Shall we?
I'll go over that with you, Kevin, at another time.
You first. You have the
Okay.
flowers.
This is who I'm here to see too, right?
Perhaps.
I thought there had been a clue for that.
Are you talking like just straight up in Krego? You had a clue, yeah.
Oh, I thought that someone, I don't remember which one of them because we met 3 in the last island, but said Madame Clementine.
Oh,
but I might be
yes.
wrong.
No, I think you are correct. But the dogs are ready.
Oh
to
no,
come
it
in.
was Rusty May that fucking did it. That's right. When she came to say hello. She was like, "Go find Madame Clementine. I'm a super big bitch."
Didn't know she sounded like that.
Oh, all of your children are just doing great being tortured. They love it. You should see the creepy serial killer artwork that they do.
Have you played The Forest, Joe?
Is that the name of a game?
Yeah.
That's. I think there's your answer. No.
No, okay, never mind then. There's
Okay.
one of those situations where your kid gets kidnapped. He makes fucking horrible artwork of him being kidnapped in the game. So
That's how it goes. Okay.
Okay,
So as you guys go into the cave, you begin your journey, and you're walking for probably a minute or two before it gets to where it's almost completely pitch black. But off in the distance towards the back of this cave, you can see a sort of a torch that's outside of what looks to be a wooden hut or a wooden shack.
I
well,
sit here.
I think this is the
Wait.
place.
Wait. Before we go in, let me do one thing. And I'm gonna start sitting. I'm gonna make it so we can all talk to each other.
Okay, so 10 minutes, or are you casting it with your ability to cast it instantly?
I'll do the instant one.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can all talk to each other now in your head.
And then I also when I asked about my robes, I forgot to finish that question. I'm gonna summon my bat Hazak
Okay.
under my robes, and he has the ring of spell storing us attuned to him now, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys walk forward, and before you get to knocking distance, the door opens, and inside you see a bunch of vases full of bouquets, lined across the wall, hanging from the ceiling in random spots in the middle of the floor. And you see a rocking chair that's in the middle of the sort of hut, and it's rocking back and forth, but no one's sitting in it. There is a fireplace that's going. It's at a sort of low, it's probably been going for about 30 minutes now without having any extra fuel added to it. So it's casting like a low glare across the hut. Come on in. Welcome to Madame Clementine's. How can I be of service to all of you?
I think, Katrina, start with the flowers.
Yes, I'm aware.
And Trina thinks back to you, as
Yes, I'm
well as
aware.
Madame Clementine. The flowers, yes.
Here,
Oh, you
Madame
thought your
Clementine.
magic would be powerful here? But mine is far more powerful here.
Think to myself, wasn't sure what to expect, really. Just in case.
Always the unexpected, of course. But
We come bearing flowers.
as you hold out the vase, my favorite color, green. And you notice that, of course, all the stems are green, but none of the flowers are green themselves. And as you offer the flowers, they are taken from you, but you can't see from what. And you can hear little footsteps walking away from you as they put the flower pot is put down. And you can see all of the petals start to fall off of the flowers. No need for these dreadful colors. No, no, no. And as you look around at this point, you notice that every flower in this town, or in this hut, has been stripped of its petals and its color. And it's just a bunch of green.
Madame Clementine, you would love this stuff called moss.
I am busy. Give me a moment, please. Poor flower, this poor plant of these awful, dreadful colors. Did you know that flowers, the colorful ones, attract insects because of their colors? Me doing this is saving them from being eaten by these insects. Look at how pristine all of the stems of my collection are. And as you watch the last petal be plucked, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I needed my thoughts gathered for that. What did you want to talk about?
I think you would like this stuff called moss from where I'm from.
Hmm. And
It's
is that...
just green.
Oh. Do you have a sample for Madame Clementine?
Unfortunately, I haven't been to my home in a long
Why not? You hear the footsteps rampantly come closer to you, and you can feel a presence hovering over you. And you know this anger as if it was your own. Like, you can almost sense it being forced upon you. And then you hear the footsteps go back a little bit. I'm sorry for that. Madame Clementine could not control herself, her feelings.
I get it. No harm done.
Not yet. But be careful. You've set off a spark. And you watch as the bouquet is picked up and it is placed by an invisible force onto a pedestal that was empty. What can Madame Clementine owe the pleasure to? Why hast thou brought flowers for her? An offering, very symbolic.
We were hoping to ask questions and that you might have the answers for them.
And only one bouquet for 4 questions?
Well, actually, that was 2 bouquets. We put them together because it looks so great.
I only see one vase.
Of course.
Oh, not to insult the great madam. We only have one question for you. And I nudge Trina.
You can
Like
ask
raises an
more
eyebrow.
questions if you wish, but without bouquets, I would need something more. I would
What?
need something pure. I'm sorry. It came out again.
Wait, can we can't see her, right?
Not unless you can see invisibility, which I don't think any of you can. In fact, I'm very confident that none of you can.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I looked at everybody else. Do you have anything pure?
Come in, come in. You're letting in a draft. And you hear the footsteps, the tiny footsteps heading towards the door, and the door starts to close. Can Madame Clementine offer you tea?
No, thank you.
I'm okay.
Madame Clementine spent a lot of time harvesting this tea.
I'll take some tea.
I'll have.
Oh. Well, that's good. Madame Clementine almost lost her nerve. And you see, or you hear the footsteps head over towards the fireplace where there's a pot that seems to have been boiling water. And it invisibly starts to pour the hot water into 2 cups, which you then see some of the bouquets start to move. A mortar and pestle are brought out, and they crush parts of the flowers that have been stripped away and then sprinkled into the bottom of the mug. And then the 2 hot mugs come out to you both. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
I take said mug. Thank you.
I take it and blow.
Me and Trina just look at each other, probably like, yee.
So, you had a question. What is your question? I will answer it as best as I can.
Well, who's getting to ask their question? Everyone?
Didn't you come here with a question?
I mean,
Didn't
yes.
you buy the
Boyce
flowers?
Jim did too.
Who bought the
I don't-
flowers?
I bought them.
Well, you should ask then.
Well, mine's more of a personal question, though.
Do you want us to leave?
No, I mean, you don't have to leave, but
I mean, I'll take the question.
I'll ask the question.
Viva ask the question. Okay, go ahead.
Have you heard of a man named Malachi or seen him?
I've done
In this town?
both. It's because of me that he's where he's at now.
What?
Yes.
He angered Madame Clementine to the point where I gave him as a present to an old friend, where he will spend the rest of his wretched life. If he's still alive, of course. You know, you and him are a lot alike, but I can't quite tell if you're mortal or not. I've seen many past lives from both of you. I can feel the past of yours. Many different names, but all the same story.
How did he make you angry?
He refused my tea.
Huh.
And he didn't bring flowers for Madame Clementine. And he made a rude joke about Madame's appearance, which is why now I only see people when I'm invisible. For I dare say, I'm a little self-conscious as of late.
Is there something I can bring you that will bring him back from this friend that you gave him to?
No, but I do not mind parting with the location that your friend is being held at.
Where is he?
Remember how Tabaxi said he's never been to the mountain? The one that he calls the Sandy Peak?
Yes.
Yes.
That is where. But not at the top. Deep underground it is.
And who is this friend that you gave him to? A dear friend of mine named Nindarog. The scourge of the desert. A very honest trade, if I'm to say so myself, for someone that was so rude to me.
What is a Nindarog?
What is an Nindarog? Or who? Or where? Or why?
What is he?
You see the flowers start to uproot from all of the vases, and you can hear the dancing of Madame Clementine's feet as she's twirling around. Let Madam show you in her best way possible. And as she spins around, all of the flowers, the vines start to twist and wrap around each other into the form of a dragon.
Nice. Yep. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that this is not the only thing that you've given to this dragon.
Oh no. Lindarog and I, we trade quite often.
Did you perhaps give... Is it a she or a he?
Lindarog?
Mm-hmm.
He.
Non-binary. Okay, he. Did you give him a certain toe?
And there it is. And as she says it that way, she takes off her invisibility.
Oh my god.
Why, hello there.
And you
Good
see
to see
all
you
of
in person.
all of those legs look to be kind of like the size of children's legs. And they all stamp as she starts to get closer to you, Jimothy. I knew that you would be greedy enough to ask the question, and you have not given a price to Madame Clementine. And I was told that you would do the exact same thing. But I'm prepared. I am prepared. I am calm. And she stampers back a little bit. I know what you're doing. I have been told by a good friend that you're hunting us, that you're killing us, that you're trying to end the Dreadful Seven.
You've been misled. We're not trying to end the Dreadful
Oh,
Seven.
no. My sister would never lie to me like that. No.
Which sister?
You ask yet another question without a price. She walks away and starts to dig through her cupboards and stuff, tossing out random things. Bottles are starting to crack and things like that. You ask another question without a price. What price can I possibly give you
I'll
for
give
these
you an
questions?
answer. How about that instead of a question?
And she perks up and looks over, and obviously you can't see her eyes, if they even exist. An answer. And she
The
quietly...
answer to why it appears I've been hunting is because a certain someone named Rusty May has ordered me to. So I'm
But
not
Rusty
doing it-
May is the leader of the Dreadful Seven.
So I'm at her bidding. It would be surprising that I would be hunting down.
No,
You
no,
guys-
no. It doesn't make any sense. Why would Rusty May seek somebody such as you, such as anyone, to end her own order? No, that can't be an answer.
Unless she wants to start over with those who are less powerful.
And she, like, you see her grin as she's staring towards Jimothy, and it slowly starts to fade as her neck starts to cock towards you. And she gives it a final jerk, and her neck cracks extremely loud and unsettling. What was that? And you see her face sort of twitch a little bit. What
I'm
did you
just
say
saying.
to Madame Clementine?
I wouldn't want to fully trust Rusty May if I were you.
And if I can't trust my own
Uh,
sister, who can I trust?
Interject? I don't think that that's the job she has me doing, as my previous job did not require me hunting or killing one of you. It was to
That's
help.
because Igwilv is not one of us. She is a witch, not a hag.
Interesting.
She is not of pure blood. She's filthy. She had to obtain her immortality. She was not granted it. Igwilv is a slight. And as Madame Clementine says that, she turns around and starts to look through her cupboards again. Yes. Yes, she's just a slight. Just a slight. Just a slight! And as she says that, she tears the entire cupboard off of the wall and throws it. Oh no. Oh, sorry you saw that. I don't show that side hardly at all, I promise. Madame Clementine is very calm. Madame Clementine is just fine.
Sorry to upset you.
No.
And I don't think I've actually killed any hag.
Oh. Perhaps maybe you wouldn't mind if I have a sample of your past. As she comes up to you, all the little feet tiptoeing.
Do you want to gaze into my memories?
Perhaps just a taste.
Will this suffice as the price for my question?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Come over here. And she holds out her hand for yours.
I look back to the guys like, yee, and I extend my arm.
So she brings you in front of the fireplace, and she turns her back towards the rest of the party. The rest of you, don't look.
I look away.
I'll definitely look away.
And Madame Clementine holds her hands out in front of you, Jimothy, and sort of like raises them up, which causes you to sort of levitate off the ground. And as she does that, she brings her hands to her hat and she takes it off. And as she does, your memory blanks and you don't have any recollection of what is happening currently. But the rest of you, you all hear, you hear the excruciating, painful grunts coming from Jimothy. And you hear Madame Clementine, it's only part of the process. He won't remember or feel a thing when I'm done.
Look
And
at
what-
Tolkien. I'm like, oh my God.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't slain my dear sisters. He got close once, and he was with you, tall one. And he points, or she points towards Trina. Ah, so it is Rusty May. Ah, I should have trusted. I am so sorry. And she replaces her hat, and as that happens, Jimothy, you open your eyes, and you have the worst headache.
Ow. Okay, are we gonna start this or what?
So, you need your toe, do you? It just so happens that I know where it is. But, I need something first. And since you're not here to kill me, I think I can, in good faith, trust you. And she goes back to the cupboard that she threw, and she starts to go through it again. I have found it. And she plucks a vial out. Here it is. And she comes up to you, Jimothy, and she hands you the vial. And inside of it, you see a completely pitch black flower.
Ooh. Do I recognize this flower?
Roll history with advantage.
When I say, do I recognize it? Is this
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that was
Yeah,
on the
this is-
wagon?
Yep. I see what
Say,
you're saying.
ooh.
I need
I've
you to
seen one of
deliver
these
this.
before.
Oh, you've seen one? Did it make it to its location? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
A little girl had it.
Ah. Not
She's
a little girl, a father.
She's not feeling well. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure she's all right now if they made it to where they needed to go. The flower was gonna breathe new life to her. But this flower is a little different for you. All I need you to do is I need you to have a man drink the petals of the flower. In the form of anything, tea preferred, perhaps.
Okay.
What will it do to this
It's gonna
man?
kill him. I mean, duh, right?
No.
Mind
No, but
control.
he will be enthralled with me.
Oh.
The man that I need you to have this drank from. His name is...
Saxon Carl.
Amelin
She's gonna try and steal him.
Ural.
Okay.
And he lives in Krego. So close. He is one of the great merchants of the town, too. So getting an audience with him, nonetheless getting him to drink this, is not going to be easy. But after seeing what you've been through with my sisters, I think you're more than up to the task.
Okay.
Yes, have him ingest the petals of this flower. In any way. And then come back to me and show me the deeds through your mind.
Are you sure you don't have anything for me to smack really hard? I'm a lot better at that.
Oh, I know you are. I've seen your power. But I'm really good at smacking things too. And she points towards the cupboard.
Yeah.
But it's those that are in public positions that I'm not so good at getting my hands on. You see, those folks don't need Madame Clementine. It's more folks that are powerless, helpless, or perhaps lazy, or at the disposal of one of my sisters. And she looks to you and smiles. And you can see she's got like an extra row of teeth. But Madame Clementine promises your toe is in good condition. And I know Rusty May will be very mad at me for this, but your children are just fine. They are a little different now, but they are just fine.
No fooling.
She shakes her head. No, no, no. Rusty May always keeps her word.
That's good. I'm gonna assume you're one of the Dreadful Seven?
Correct. Yes, I am.
I've heard a lot about this great green one.
We do not talk about her. More than a legend, if anything.
Wait, I heard she's the leader of the Dreadful Seven?
No, that's Rusty May. Perhaps she was a leader long ago. But
That
she is no
slight-
longer.
That stupid slight told me that. Damn inbred witch. Wait, you know
can-
exactly what I heard because you saw my memories.
Yes. Yes, indeed, dear. And I will tell you that, unfortunately, the pain that you feel is because of the pain that I felt looking upon her dreadful face.
She also... Yeah, you know what? Never mind. You know who she told me her mother was, right? Or did that not happen? There's no way she told us who her mom was.
I don't think she did. Yeah, I don't think I've ever said the mother's name.
I swear the name came up, but I don't know in what context, so I won't say it. Well, it just seemed like you like the color green a lot, so I was wondering if it was maybe you.
I could see them thinking that, but they are misinformed.
That
I
was just
have
my
been
hunch.
called. Yes. I have been called by the people of the town the Green Grandmother before. But those people have also angered me. Do you want to see my collection?
Kinda now. I mean,
She,
Madam,
Oh, go ahead.
I just have one final question about Mal.
Oh.
What did he come to talk to you about?
I think it best for you to realize that on your own, dearest. You see, the secrets between him and I don't believe there's any price that you could pay where I would go back on my word.
Something I have an inkling about, isn't it?
I'm sure you have a lot of inklings.
Trina, like, just looks disappointed and, like, shakes her head, looking away.
Oh, come, dear. It will be okay. I will perk you up with my collection. Folks that have angered me, see their fates. Come, come, deeper in the cave we must go. And you hear the pitter-patter of all her feet as she exits the hut.
Trina's, like, closing her eyes, trying to, like, mentally fortitude about what they're gonna see. Then she slowly follows.
I follow as well.
yeah, there you go.
Okay. So as you guys go deeper, you start to hear the sounds of running water. And as you get closer, Madame Clementine stops. And she slowly turns around. And she's got a very stoic look on her face. And then she smiles. A very wide, toothy grin. Go ahead. Go take a look at my collection. But don't step on the plants, please. They've been working very hard at keeping them alive. Sometimes it's hard within a cave, but they have been able to do just fine.
What do we see around us?
As you walk forward, and you notice that there is a single pillar of light that seems to hit the center of this room. And it's not a very big room. It's probably like, it's within your dark vision range, so like 45 to 60 feet. But you can see all along the walls are a bunch of different humanoid creatures, all hunched over, kind of just sitting there shuddering at each other. As you guys walk forward a little bit, someone probably accidentally kicks a rock or something, and a lot of them, like, their heads dart and look in your direction, and then they start to very sort of like Schmeagol in a way. They walk on their hands and knees like a gorilla in a way. They come over to investigate, and as they get closer to where they heard the sound, they start to pat the ground as if they can't see until they find the pebble, and then they pick it up. And as they look at it, at this point, this is when you can finally see their faces. And all of them, all of their eyes have been taken out of their faces, or out of their skulls. Some of them, you can see their mouth has been sewn shut. Some of them, have extra limbs, or are missing certain limbs. One of them looks to be sort of like a Siamese twin, except for it's two tabaxis put together. There's dwarves in this mix, there's gnomes, there's humans, there's orcs. But all of them have something that looks like they've either been, like something of their natural state has been taken away from them. And then as they peer at you, the ones that do have their eyesight still, they just look at you with this blank stare, as if they don't really understand what is going on. And Madame Clementine goes, "Shh, shh, my dears, it is fine. We have visitation. Show them what it is that you do. Show them the good work." And they all happily start to go to work. And you watch as they start to cultivate this garden. They start to water the plants. They start to toe the soil. Some of them are clipping some of the plants to get various like leaves and stuff like that to make teas. But there's one plant in particular that you see in the very center of this cave where this beam of light is. And something about it is unsettling. You see a black flower in the very center, but even though the light is touching it, it is devoid of light.
That's cool.
Void flower?
Wow.
What
That's
kind
our
of flower
prize.
is that, Madam Clementine?
I call that the primrose, the black primrose. You see, it's very difficult to cultivate, and especially in this type of environment. I've seen them in the swamp of great battles, where many souls cultivate. And so far, I've only been able to cultivate one. But my little helpers are the ones that are ensuring its stability. They work so hard, so tirelessly, and all for the goodness of what it brings me, Madame Clementine. They so happily serve, like mindless heathens. It's wonderful. It truly is a treasure, something that I could never replace. But we've seen enough, and they have a lot of work to do for today, especially with the gifts that you've brought me. And she starts to
What does the black primrose do?
Oh, it can do a great many things. It all depends on how I wish to design it. And she points to Jimothy. His primrose is different from that one that I'm cultivating now, which is different from the one that I gave to that father and his little girl. They are very powerful. And each one of them is different. But enough of this now. You all should be leaving here soon, I believe. Unless you have more questions. More things that Madame Clementine can help with.
Oh yes, madam. Actually, madam, is there anything that you need assistance with?
Oh.
I say, yeah, the flower, right?
She kind of... I haven't really thought about it. Most of the time people come wanting things from me. But I've never actually been asked, what is it that I need from the people?
Well, it's only fair, you know. You do a lot of work.
My guess, Madam Clementine, is people don't think you need anything because they're either scared or realize you're too powerful.
I'm
What
glad
could they
you can
do that you
see
couldn't?
the truth. And you are very correct. There's a lot of things that I could just do on my own. I'll give it some thought. And perhaps when you come back to visit, I will have an answer for you.
Okay.
And once I give you my answer, I guess, what is it that Madame Clementine will pay in return?
Oh, it depends on. It depends if we go there or not. Before then, mainly in the Bloodstained Plateau, the center of it. Are the legends true? Is there really a genie? Is there really gems there? Is there really a genie that can help with wishes? That would be my question.
I will figure
But-
out an equivalent thing that I need from you
Thank you.
upon your return. So as she scuttles back towards her hut, the door opens and she goes in, and then it closes behind her. Come back when you're finished with your task, Jimothy. And for a split second, Jim, right in front of you, your toe appears floating, and then it disappears.
Toe. Wait, Madam Clementine, do you have it, or do you have the location of it?
Both. Of course I have both. Why? Do you want to take it from me?
No.
Very good.
I mean,
answer, Jim.
I want it, but I know that that's not the task. Not. I understand that if I follow the rules, she keeps to her word. If I don't, she might not.
Ah, so you have learned something, Jimothy. Very good, very good, very good. I can't wait for you to see your progress when you return. Remember, the primrose must be made into a substance that he can consume.
And it doesn't matter if it's
Can be drinkable,
Through-
edible. I mean, if you can somehow
Rectal?
make it,
Ugh.
sure.
oh. Does he? I assume he needs to survive this ordeal.
Oh, yes. I guess that is a stipulation I should place.
And does he need to not be forced to eat it?
He can be forced. But
Okay.
good luck.
No, I know. I just, if it comes down to it, sometimes you get caught and you're just like, you know what? Well, you're eating it. You have kids, I'm sure. You know what it's like. And I look down at her legs and just be like, eh.
And she kind of just looks at you with a big toothy grin. Sure. Now, if there's nothing
bye.
else... Okay. So I take it you guys leave.
Yeah, her.
Just sit outside her door and look in.
Okay. Do you actually?
No.
No.
Okay.
And so we're kinda like, wow,
We're not
she was
that
actually
dumb.
way more attractive than I thought she would be.
I think nothing and say nothing.
Same.
I just say that out loud.
I
Heard all those terrible things, and I must say she was much more attractive than I thought she would be.
upon that, so who was this individual again, Jim? That that we needed to
some
consume.
dude named Amelin Yanuneno.
He's a merchant
Yeah,
in the city. Okay.
fancy schmancy merchant.
We need to get into a meeting with him and convince him to eat said. I look at the flower that I presume you're still holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I think making it into cocaine would be like, hey, do you like to party? And then
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure he'll say yes, and then up the nose it goes.
I mean, I might be able to help convince him of that or suggest that he should do that. It may work.
So
Yeah.
be careful with that, because you remember they said that they all a lot of the merchants practice magic,
Brutal. But
so they might catch you, or they might know what you're doing, or be able to counter you. You know.
well, you handle this then. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to mess up your thing here.
No. I'm not saying don't help. I'm just saying.
As in, like in that sense, like try to convince him to use it. I won't do that then.
I just am afraid of charming people could end really, really badly.
Okay. Well, I don't know this person. I'm not sure how we would even find them. But
I'm thinking Tabaxi will help us.
I think that so there's Vaxi, the one that's trying to nickel and dime us out of everything. Sure. Let's see.
Okay, I have an idea. So we need to find like the fanciest food, and well, you know what? Let's find out a little bit more about this character.
Well,
Or do you guys want to go do the Sand Mountain first?
we can save that for later.
Are you sure? I just kind
I
of did one of my things.
well, we don't even know if that place is real. So, like the Sand Mountain. Oh, yes, yeah, that place is real. Yeah, she
Thing
just
for
said it was.
Trina.
Yeah, she just okay. Yeah, I think that's the other place, a plateau. Yeah, the mountain. Yeah, that mountain is real. I mean, we could do that. So whatever. But what do you think, Militia and Trina?
Doesn't Trina need to go there too?
I do need to go to the mountain.
Yeah, there might be a genie there for me as well, but we'll see. How would we even get there? I don't want to walk on foot to said mountain.
Well, we can always
One
go
thing
back into
you've
town and
noticed is there's a
see.
bunch of camels.
Yeah, we can see what other people are using and try to get there that way.
Okay.
The problem is that with mine, we'll be facing off with a dragon. So.
Oh yeah, that's the reason I was hesitant. There's a fucking dragon.
A fucking
this shite?
dragon. This fucking
What is this
big...
shite? It's. We just ran away from a dragon. So.
Yeah, but this one probably isn't probably as mean, right?
I don't really view dragons as different. I think they're all very greedy and very mean.
Okay, racist.
Have you seen one that isn't? Of the one we have seen so far.
We met that one dragon that was scary, so.
First dragon I ever saw, and I honestly don't want to see another one. But we will. So I'm sure that they probably view this whole desert as their territory, so we shall see. And Babushka, where again did you have to go?
I think I was supposed to ask her a question.
Go back.
Bring her
What-
flowers.
Yes. I need to go get flowers.
So, in the meantime, do we want to take care of? Do we want to do? Well, I think I have an idea about our followers. We could make a stakeout and go out in the night and camp out there. And I could set some traps, and when they surround us, we take care of them in the darkness. Would you like to do so?
Hmm. A
Because-
diversion.
Because first, they look at some of us, I look to Jim and myself, as big old money bags over here.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
it would require us to sleep out. I would rather sleep in the inn tonight. Maybe do this tomorrow night. A stakeout.
Yeah, I mean, considering we already paid for the room, so.
Yeah. But I have ways of setting traps on the ground, and
Ooh.
of the magical exploding sort.
Oh,
And we
you don't
should-
say.
We should probably go back to the Oasis and grab Lightbringer on the way at some point, too.
Yeah, we need to find him. I don't know where he's at, but
He'll find us, I'm sure.
I'd rather him not walk into the. Say we're doing this. I'd rather him not walk into a
That
landmine.
He's so Lightbringer. He would think it's funny.
Maybe, yeah.
I would
He'd
also
be
need
like,
to.
oh, yes, it was here. You know.
But I would also need a day to prepare that spell. So
Okay, well, I think tonight we'll just hope that they attack so we can slaughter them.
at the end,
I mean,
I'd rather just wait, so we don't have to maybe bribe the guards at night to get out of it.
I'm pretty sure they have a stand your ground law here.
I feel the guards will get
It's
involved no
nighttime,
matter
it'll
what.
be much easier.
Then we'll just kill all the guards.
I'd rather not piss off the city. There is way more of them than there is of us in my. So
No, there's way more of us in our group than in their group.
Jim, do you know what numbers are?
Yeah, but they're guards. We're us, you know? We're the Obsidian Oath.
I blankly stare. What?
Oh yeah, that was the name of the band
That's
when
our
we had like...
Group name.
Should we make a new group name since like our whole group is dead?
Sure.
Maybe.
Up to you guys.
Obsidian Oath, and the majority of us, the far majority of the Obsidian Oath is dead, so... Jim and Friends.
Let's think of something else.
Shot down.
I like the wordplay, but you know, I think we can do something better.
What have we done?
We've caused a lot of chaos.
Let us discuss later. Lightbringer would have input on it. So we need to find him. What time of day is it, Brady? At this point?
10:15
Fuck.
in the
How long
morning.
would it take to
of
get
course.
back to town?
In the morning?
Yes, in
Yeah.
the morning.
Oh.
Jeez.
Question: do you guys see the clock?
I know. Oh,
Mine
it's
says
9.
9:18.
9:18.
Yeah, 9:18.
Interesting. Let me. Did it
There it goes.
change?
10:21.
Yes.
21.
It's off by 4 minutes.
That's
or so.
weird.
But regardless, I'd like to have some downtime back at if we could.
Yes, I need to heal a little bit more from that dragon blast we took.
I want to try and spend some of my money.
Babushka goes to
You-
get flowers.
Oh, I don't think we should entirely split up. I mean, I think the inn is a safe spot, but you guys should probably stick together at some point. I mean, we can go shopping as well.
I just want a
Then-
cool axe again, you know?
Oh yeah,
I
because
look
you
at
lost
Jim.
all your weapons.
Is Jim like naked?
No, I don't wear armor, so I didn't lose any.
Okay. Well, I guess we can go try and buy stuff in town. Then we head in early. Brady, actually, when I use the, not dimension door, but teleportation circle, does it like burn anything into the ground?
Let me read the spell.
Because that's what I would be using to get back home. I just cast it. It is chalk on the ground, but that's about it.
Nah, I wouldn't say. I think, yeah, because there's a part where you can create a permanent one, but you have to cast it literally every day for a year. The last
Yeah.
part, so no, it does not leave anything behind.
That's
I
how
mean,
they're
it-
established. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
And then say I try to cast teleport and I've been to the inn. Let me see this again. How would you mark that as a? Oh, I can just grab something from the room and be associated object, right?
Are you saying to get back?
Yeah.
I mean, you're associated because you've been there.
Or no, there's associated object that's like increases the chance even further.
Oh, gotcha. Familiarity. Oh, okay, yeah.
I could literally just I could do this like if I go back early. Okay, I might just do this when we're here then. Get like and then just do it out of in downtime or something if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So essentially, if you grab something that's from this place, from this town, teleport away, you'll be able to teleport back without missing.
Okay. Would you deem like I could go back to the room and like no one would be the wiser?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Might just do that.
Only because it's a 0 to 100, so there's no chance of messing up.
Yeah.
In the future,
Okay.
though, if you don't have an associated object, we will roll on the table and see what fate decides.
Okay. And then
Teleportation mishaps are amazing.
Yes. Especially when they take you to Dinosaur Island.
Yeah. Not the best place to mishap the teleportation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
'cause I-
Yep.
so should we have done that last time? Because I asked last time, he said very familiar. So I thought I flashed this page last time, but should we have technically have rolled last time?
For your teleport spell,
Yeah.
didn't you roll?
Oh, I did, didn't I? Never mind.
You did roll.
Oh, then we're fine.
Okay, you're good. Oh, don't
Okay.
worry. I will never. Any chance I get to have you guys roll a D100, I'm taking it.
No, I was confused.
I'm
I'm like,
a-
did we do that? I couldn't
I'm
remember
a
off the top of my
big
head.
fan of the D100.
Yeah.
But we will go ahead and put this to a close since you guys plan to go get Lightbringer. That'll make it easier since he should. I'm pretty sure he's back next week. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put a close to today's session. So let me go in my stream. I will be right back. Okie dokie, everybody. Okie dokie. We are done. But yeah, so thanks everyone for coming out. Hopefully you had a good time. Yeah, good session. They met Madame Clementine, one of the Dreadful Seven, and she's fun. I like her. They might get to know her a little bit more, but the fact that Joe actually remembers that flower, good job, Joe. But yeah, those flowers are pretty dope. It would be awful if they got in the wrong hands. Maybe they're already in the wrong hands. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, looks like they're about to go and face a dragon. But I don't think I've ever ran a dragon fight. I've ran one dragon fight before, and it was only because the dragon was being mind controlled. Otherwise, I've never had a party fight a dragon. So I'm curious as to what they'll do when they meet in Darog. So, but until we see you next time.